Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessica Shrikhan. I'm an aspiring author, currently working on my debut novel, The Vigilantes. The name is still in the works. I created my channel in hopes of joining the online writing community, of sharing my writing and self-publishing journey, and sharing some tips and tricks of writing that I learned along the way. If you're hearing a flickering light, that's because I'm filming downstairs because my family is in the upstairs part of our house. So I wanted some peace and quiet while I filmed, so I decided to come down here. So just ignore the light. This week's video is actually a tag. It's the writer tag, and I don't know who actually started it, but I've seen it on YouTube a couple of times, so I thought that I should do it myself. I have the questions on my phone, so let's get started. What kind of writer are you? I usually write action adventure novels. My debut trilogy is actually an action adventure, but I also like to dabble in sci-fi. I have a few novel ideas on that. I have a romance in the works, fantasy, thriller. I have a mystery planned. I like to write in different genres, but so far it's just mostly action adventure and sci-fi and a fantasy. These are all I've written in so far. Even whole novels and some scenes. But I also have different novel ideas in different genres that I would like to someday work. Number two is, when did you start writing and what made you want to try it? So I started in June of 2016. I got my novel idea in sometime in June of 2015. So I started writing it a year later. I don't know the exact date, but there is an interview of me online where I say the exact date. So I'm going to have to go look for that. And what actually made me get started was the fact that I loved the idea that I had inside my head. I think when I started writing the first novel in this series, I actually had the second volume all planned out in my head. And I said, why not? Why should I just keep my story in my head? So I started writing. It was just a hobby. And after a few months of writing, and 6 months after I started writing, I actually finished the first draft. I thought, hey, maybe I can make this into a career. So that's what I'm trying to do. Number three is, what inspires your stories? Um, this is a really difficult question because I get my inspiration in many places. A novel idea actually came from a writing prompt that I saw on Pinterest. Other novels come from different songs that I listen to. One novel idea that I came up with actually was inspired by a Roman battle that I learned about in Latin class a few months ago, I think. I like to take from history most of the items, most of the ideas, because I find history so fascinating, and I read a lot of history. So from different battles or different people or different events, I draw some inspiration, but it also comes from writing prompts, music, and even my day-to-day life. Number four is, what themes do you explore in your writing? There are different themes. Mostly finding yourself, staying true to yourself. The themes in my debut novel are family, finding yourself, being a hero in your own way, staying true to who you are. And there are a few more, but I don't have them, but they didn't pop in my head. But mostly it's just about trying to make a life for yourself where you'll be happy in the different circumstances that the character is put in. Number five, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? I am a plotter, combination of the plantser. I like to have detailed outlines. I have different in my outlines. There are usually emotions written down, dialogues, not just basics. So let's say fight scene. I write fight scene and In comas, I add feelings, where the character is hit, where the character hits another person, different thoughts that might pop in their head. But sometimes, depending on the scene, because when I outline my novels, there's this logical way of thinking of the actions going down. But when I write the novel, things may change. I may delete certain scenes, I may add certain scenes that really impact the outline overall. So that's where the planter part comes, where I just improvise what I think feels right in the moment for the novel. Number six, where are you in your writing journey? I am currently working with beta readers. My estimated date, and hopefully I'm on track, is the end of May. So June, I'll have time to edit it myself, send it to my CP once, and from there start to work with a professional editor. Number seven, have you entered any writing contests? Did you win any? No, I have not entered in any writing contests. Officially, there was this small one at my school, and I participated with a short story, and it didn't win anything because I wasn't really that experienced of a writer. It was just a story that came in my head when I was 13, 14, something along those lines. And I've only started to seriously write, to get into the full meaning of what it is to write a novel, when I was 16. Number eight, who are your writing heroes? One of my writing heroes is actually Kristen Martin, a fellow author tuber here on YouTube, who is on her way of publishing her fifth novel. What inspires me about her is the fact that she was able to create so much in so little time. She's a hustler, and she's really someone who I aspire to be one day like. Um, she's actually a person who inspired me to create a YouTube channel because I was really scared of doing it, and along with some encouragement from my friends and watching her videos and her motivating me through her videos, through her content, I was actually able to find the courage and start my YouTube channel. And number nine, have you been to a writing conference? No, I have not. But it is my goal to go to one day. My dream is BookCon. Maybe sometime during college I could go to BookCon in New York. I don't know when that will happen. Hopefully sometime during the summer break of my second or third year of college, which is in like 3-4 years, which I'm excited for. And number 10, what are your top three writing tips? Top three action scenes, when especially fight scenes. If you're writing fight scenes, use fast-paced music, and before you write it, actually take a minute and just listen to the song and try to choreograph the fight scene inside your mind. That's what I do when I write fight scenes, and many of my betas actually said that fight scenes are my strong suit. It is because I listen to songs and choreograph my fights. Second tip, act out your scene. So if, let's say, two characters are fighting, act out the fight before you start to write it, and so you'll have a sense of how things are going to go down, and have an idea of what you should write. And number three, let me think about it. If nothing comes to mind, if you have writer's block, just take a minute and walk away from your computer and just try a whole day without writing, or if you can't sacrifice a day, try at least 3 hours without writing, without even going near your computer. And if you want to think about how the scene should go down, or just don't even think about the scene you're stuck on. Forget about that need to write. Do whatever you want to do, And then after taking a break, after getting a small detox from your computer screen, go back and write it. It seriously makes a difference. Well, at least for me it does. These are all the questions. If you want to do the tag, go ahead. I tag Brooke Passmore from By the Brook. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Bethany Adazada. I'm really sorry if I butchered your last name. I'm horrible at last. And Mandy Lynn. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want, you can just leave the answers to the questions down below. The answers are also in the description box. If you want to chat or just keep in touch, you can follow me on Twitter at Jessica Shirkan or on Instagram at author Jessica Shirkan. I'm also on Facebook at author Jessica Shirkan. If you're interested in reading my first chapter of my debut novel, while it's still being edited, the link is down below. I hope you have a nice Friday and a fantastic weekend. Bye!